Hey, it's Stacy. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when I upload my next video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make deep fried wings. These wings were juicy, full of flavor, and super crispy on the outside. Definitely a must try. Please comment down below and let me know if you end up trying this recipe. Please stay tuned if you want to see how I made these delicious wings. Starting with ingredients. This is 2.5 pounds of chicken wings, all-purpose flour, 3 eggs, poultry seasoning, complete seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, adobo, paprika, and whole milk. First, I'm going to crack all 3 eggs into my bowl. I'm going to go ahead and scramble those up with a fork. Then I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of whole milk. Starting with the chicken, I'm going to go ahead and drizzle some olive oil on and get those mixed up and get the olive oil well incorporated onto the chicken. And now it's time to season. I'm going to start out with the poultry seasoning. Then I'm going to take some paprika, some adobo seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, and complete seasoning. I'm going to go ahead and mix that all around and get the seasonings well incorporated onto every single piece of chicken. So I have my dredging station set up. I'm going to go ahead and take my wing and dip it into the egg first. And then I'm going to cover it in flour and get it well coated with flour. And then I'm going to set it off to the side and let it rest. It's good to let the chicken rest before you put it into the deep fryer or your hot oil. That way the flour turns more into like a paste consistency. So when you put it into the oil and the deep fryer, it clings to the chicken better than if you do a powdery consistency. So this is where it just gets repetitive. You're just going to continue to dip your chicken in the egg and then coat it in the flour and set it aside to rest. You're going to repeat the process until your chicken is fully coated in flour. All right, so I'm down to my last 3 wings. I'm going to go ahead and get those coated in the egg and flour and get them resting. After I was done coating each chicken wing, I let them rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now it's into the deep fryer they go. I put my deep fryer on 375 and I didn't want to crowd my basket because I didn't want my wings to stick together and tear off the breading that I worked hard for. So I started out with 6 and then I kind of moved them around to make sure that they wouldn't stick together. Get the oil in between them. And I cooked them in the oil anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes, depending on how crispy you like them. I did 10 minutes because I love my wings super crispy. The first batch always sticks to the bottom of the basket. I don't really know why, but as you continue your baskets, they start not to stick to the bottom. All right, so after 10 minutes of cooking, I'm going to go ahead and take them out of the oil and drain off as much oil as I can and put them onto a paper plate with a paper towel. All right, and we're going to go ahead and start the next batch. Another tip when you're loading your basket is to put the same piece of chicken in there. So this basket is all flats, whereas the basket before was all drum sticks. That way they cook evenly because it's the same piece of meat. So for the flats, I cooked those for about 8 minutes, and for the drumsticks, I cooked those about 10 minutes. Here's a close-up of the chicken resting. I wanted you to see the consistency that I meant. If you touch it, it's more gummy and paste-like, and it just adheres to the chicken so much better when you're deep frying it. All right, so the next batch is done. I'm gonna go ahead and shake as much excess oil off and dump it onto the paper towels. In between batches, I do put the chicken into the oven. I have my oven set on warm. That way, in between batches, your chicken doesn't get cold. After each batch that I deep fried, I ended up filling the basket more than doing less, and just shaking the meat around when you first put it in to get the oil in between, and they don't really stick together. Don't those just look so good and so crispy? These wings really were delicious. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get the last batch of wings going. Hello. Oh, there we go. Like I said, this is going to be the last basket of wings, so I'm going to go ahead and get those arranged and drop them down into the oil. All right, I'm going to drop them down and give them a good shake. Get them separated, get the oil in between, and let them cook. All right, and here's the last batch coming out. OMG, they look so good. All right, y'all, these are the wings that I got done. They look delicious. I'm ready to eat. And now it's time to plate. These wings turned out perfect. They were super crispy on the outside and super juicy on the inside. The perfect deep fried wing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the love and support that you've been showing my channel. Please make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see my next video, and share if you want to show your friends what I've got going on in this kitchen. See you next time!